Out of the way! Move it!
Hey, Pa. A bunch of kids in red Hitatare just ran by.
The Kaburo boys.
Who are they?
Shh.
This is the one.
The Kaburo are a squad who arrest those who speak ill of the Heike. We should go.
We're taking you to Rokahara to answer for your crimes.
I beg of you!
Your husband must learn to hold his tongue. He is to blame. He called our warriors dogs. The safety and security of our people is only possible because of their sacrifice. Yes, that's right. On your knees.
You must not involve yourself.
But, Pa,
Be quiet.
what they're doing,
Your
it's horrible!
interference is only making his punishment worse.
Or you'll be joining him.
What did you say?
I beg your forgiveness. Have mercy. Those are but the words of a child.
And this is your child? If that's the case, then the punishment is yours as well. You must pay the price for disparaging the Taida name.
Pa! Ah!
Smile, love.
Please forgive my tardiness. Dear brother, the new year begins as your health improves. Both truly call for celebration.
Tokitada, why are you so late?
Tokiko. The important thing is that we're all here to make merry. Whoopsie.
My.
Who? Me?
I must say, brother, you look quite well. That monastic style suits you.
This radiant dome, like the moon.
I would compare you to the rising sun. You've heralded the dawn of the Taida clan's preeminence. Lord Shigemori is palace minister and left commander. Lord Tomomori is third rank and a captain. Lord Kodemori is fourth rank and a lieutenant. Our clan boasts many senior nobles, over 30 trusted courtiers, and 60 officials, including provincial governors and guard officers. As a matter of fact, at this time, the Heike governs more than 30 of the Empire's 66 provinces. Our prosperity and influence is so widespread, it's as if government has no place for those outside the Heike. No! Humanity has no place for those outside. They're not people!
You always maintain such a serious air. It's no fault. However, it is rather boring.
What is this?
The shrine at Itsukushima. Interesting, yes.
Am I mistaken? Or are the Torii Gate and building erected in the sea itself?
I will build this. The seas washed prosperity onto our family's shores. As rulers of Aki province, we've amassed prodigious wealth as well as military might. In the last rebellion, your leadership and prowess in battle proved instrumental to Emperor Go Shirakawa's ultimate victory. I shall reside in Fukuhara.
But why? Fukuhara is a good day's journey from the capital. Not to mention there's absolutely nothing in the area.
There's the sea. It's the perfect location for me to construct a harbor for large ships. All trade with Seoul will now move through Fukuhara, away from the mountains of Dazaifu. The sea brings wealth. With both wealth and military might in our hands, we shall wield them with confidence and certainty, and bring about a grand new age for the Heike. Thus we offer our gratitude to the sea for the gifts it has given us. I shall leave you to the capital, Shigemori, where you will sit at the head of the Taira Clan, a place you rightfully belong. Although warriors were barred from the palace, my father, the great samurai Tadamori, was granted entrance and became a trusted advisor.
How dare a lowly warrior set foot inside these walls?
Has he forgotten his place? You may not carry that weapon inside the Imperial Palace.
He brandished a bamboo sword lined with silver, and their tongues quickly fell silent. Amusing, eh?
I suppose he believes me to be quite boring. Who are you? How did you get inside?
I've come here with a message. The end is near for your people. I speak the truth. I see it clearly. Stay back!
Lord Shigemori, what's the matter?
You say you can see it? I thought that I was the only one. What do you see?
First, tell me what you see.
Only ghosts. My eye brings me visions of the dead. Wandering souls. Ones who cannot find rest. This man. Is he your father? He was murdered. Struck down by our soldiers. It's horrifying.
Pa, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't deserve to die.
I'm so sorry. Truly.
Go on then. Kill me. Do what they did to him. Kill me like they killed Pa!
My goodness, what do we have here? Dear me, those police! And lice too! Do you really intend to take this child in? Do you, my lord?
We shall see. For now, let's prepare a room and some fresh clothes. You're welcome to spend as much time here as you may require.
My word! Oh my! Goodness! Oh my! Goodness!
A girl, you say?
Indeed.
Could she be a court lady?
She did tell us that she refuses to dress like a girl. I believe her exact words were, "Pa always made me dress like a boy, so I am a boy."
I see. Well, I imagine her father must have insisted on boys' garments out of concern for her safety.
Oh my! Goodness! Where does it all go?
Tomorrow, why don't you show her a few things about etiquette?
Of course.
Now then, child, what is your name?
Biwa.
Is that so?
My pa never called me by any other name, so that's the only one I know. Chose it myself.
I see. It suits you.
It's because I love this instrument. Almost as much as I love Pa.
Biwa, do you think you'd like to stay here with us? I am asking for you to please stay, for both your sake and mine. Your eye, I want you to share what it shows you. That most valuable knowledge could help me prevent the fall of my clan.
No, I won't. Never for you. Because Pa always told me, never look at the future.
Everyone's here, Father. What is it?
Biwa, I'd like you to meet Koremori, Skimori, Kyotsune, and Arimori. Please welcome our guest, Biwa.
Who is this kid?
Biwa will live with us here. I'm sure you'll get along splendidly.
A warrior's kid, right?
No?
A Biwa musician's kid. So, low birth. Say what? People like you make me so
Biwa,
angry!
try to calm down, please.
Biwa, I sincerely hope you'll accept my friendship. Bow, Skimori.
What? Is something wrong?
The future. I won't look at it.
It just struck me how I find the color of your eye uniquely beautiful, and how I can't recall ever feeling that way about my own.
Well, it's not beautiful. Pa always thought my eye was scary.
I find mine frightening too, because all I can see are souls who have left this world wandering through the darkness, lost.
Shigemori. I know you want to come with me, don't ya? Not really. Your loss.
Hello, Skimori.
Lady Tokuko! She's Father's younger sister. To what do we owe this pleasure?
Father will be visiting from Fukuhara.
Grandfather's coming? Well, I'll bring him back something amazing from the hunt.
Be careful not to be chased by something amazing instead.
I shall take my leave. Get moving.
Now then, you're a girl, right? I can tell. I'm curious if there's a reason why you're dressed like a boy. It's probably better for you this way. We women are. What's wrong?
You failed to dismount before His Highness the Regent?
Coming home from the hunt. I was in a hurry. Onward! Faster! They said I was disrespectful.
How rude!
I believe they should treat a child with more understanding. But still, you know better than to behave in such a way. We've taught you. Lord Motofusa is Emperor Takakura's regent. Well now, perhaps apologizing to him and the Emperor would be...
Wait. Hear me out, Shigemori. Rokuhara's warriors can resolve this issue quickly before it comes to a head.
六原のつわものども、北兜300よき待ち受け祭り、天下を中に取り込めまいらせて、前後より一同に時をどっと作りける。そこに追っかけ、ここに追っ詰め、馬より取って引き落とし、元取りを切る。これこそ平家悪行の始めなれ。
Although the regent may have overreacted, this response was beyond the pale.
It was necessary to show the strength of the Heike. Moreover, it's quite amusing.
He always does whatever he pleases. Even now. I thought him leaving the capital meant I would no longer be made to suffer his antics. What will the court have to do to save face now? They made a fool of the Emperor's regent. This behavior simply cannot be allowed.
Skimori, please conduct yourself accordingly in Ise. Reflect on your discourtesy to Lord Motofusa.
I will. I promise.
He'll return.
Is it truly necessary to send our poor Skimori off to Ise? He's already been punished for his lack of decorum with the Regent, and he was clearly not the one who ordered the retaliatory strike. Why would 300 soldiers attack only 10?
Apparently, the incident was enough to reduce Motofusa to tears.
I have dismissed the men involved in the attack. And as punishment, sent Skimori to Ise.
I suppose you're just going to insist on being a bull, aren't you?
You may not find my ways amusing, but this incident has only added to the widespread displeasure with the Heike.
I understand what you're telling me. Oh, I know. Since I'm to blame for so much strife and turmoil with you personally, I shall gift you with one of those lanterns you're so fond of.
We've heard rumors that you've put up as many as 48 lanterns around your estate. Apparently, some have dubbed you Lantern Lord.
Are you truly that afraid of the darkness?
Hey, Baldy! Well, what a pampered man like you know about all the terrors lurking in the darkness?
Biwa!
Just remember, the darkness is always waiting for us!
I must say, you're a very amusing one. Please, stop! What's got it into you?
You would dare throttle Lord Shigemoto's child? How can a man of your station conduct yourself in such a brutish manner?
Let me go! Put me down, Shigemoto!
I'm sorry,
Brother?
Tokuko.
So Father said that he wanted to keep you close at hand. Even so, my brother denied him that request? That's good, though. I'm glad you're here. I'd asked Shigemori to bring you with him. I wanted to have a little company. 6 years ago, my younger sister Moriko was married off, and I've been feeling rather lonely since then. She was only 9 at the time, but Moriko became Lord Fujiwara no Motozane's bride. What complicated matters further is he already had a 5-year-old son with another woman. It was a political marriage, but as fate would have it, only 2 years after they were wed, Lord Motozane passed away. That left my sister as a widow at a terribly tender age. Not only that, she was a parent to his young son. Oh, Lord Motozane was the older brother of Lord Motofusa, whom Skimori disrespected. After her husband's death, Moriko acquired lands and various assets of the Fujiwara clan. Surely that all factored into why the regent was so enraged over that incident with Skimori. There's history involved. My father seems to consider us nothing more than pawns in a never-ending game. And that's not limited to his family. It's my turn now. I shall be getting married soon as well. 16 and arranged to marry a boy 6 years younger than me. You're both awfully young. It's all because who his father is.
My poor throat, it hurts.
Father, that smells terrible.
Your father is drinking garlic chive water because he feels unwell, so you'll have to bear with him.
I would imagine his sore throat is from loudly singing Imayo songs all through the night. I know because I could hear him belting them out from my room.
A good Imayo song acts as a mirror reflecting the nature of the world as it is these days.
And that one is about twisting around with a lovely woman. What value is there in a mirror that reflects such a scandalous and trifling thing?
Now, Norihito.
If you'll excuse me, Father.
Shigeko. Ever since his coming-of-age ceremony was scheduled, he's been so mouthy.
I find it reassuring that our boy is confident enough to speak his mind. It means he will be no one's puppet. Quite a promising sign, since he will be marrying Kiyomori's daughter after all.
I loathe bringing that man into the family.
Our Norihito will need powerful backing, you know. The Heikei would best provide that strength.
I'm aware, but surely Kiyomori will try to pull the strings.
Well, my lord, if that situation arises, you'll simply have to handle it. Kiyomori is like the snail in that Imayo song you love so much.
How's he, the snail?
He dances as you like.
Yes, or I'll trample him.
I appreciate you listening to me rattle on, Biwa. I needed that. Thanks. Please come again. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. That Ma? Huh? Ma! No, sorry.
What is your name?
Biwa.
Is your mother a Shirabuyoshi too?
That's what my pa told me.
Ah.
Lady Gyo and her younger sister, Lady Kinyo. They've come here to visit with Hotoke Gozen. Sorry. Lady Gyo was once father's favorite, but then he began to fancy another dancer named Hotoke Gozen, and he sent Gyo away. But recently, Hotoke Gozen has been feeling a bit starved for company, so father started summoning Gyo again to come and chat with her. I hate to think how father would react if she were to refuse his invitation.
The Lantern Lord, am I? I've feared the dark since childhood because of the awful things I see. The torment of those wandering spirits. Tell me, I am curious to know what frightens you.
The future. It always has. I'm terrified of the future.
Understood. The darkness of the future may be frightening, but the glow of this present moment is calming and beautiful.
You're stepping down as Major Counselor? Is this because of the attack on the Regent? I had thought you were going to handle Norihito's coming-of-age ceremony.
Indeed. My suggestion is for you to have my younger brother Munimori take over those duties in my stead.
You're thoroughly wiping up the shit, releasing all the men who assaulted Motofusa, confining your insolent son to Issei for causing the incident, and accepting your own responsibility.
It's the proper course of action. I know my failings have caused you far too much unnecessary strife, my lord.
Do you know what Kiyomori's planning? Merely devoting his time to building a home in Fukuhara?
Yes, but he visits the capital on occasion.
They say he's taken a liking to Ashida Miyoshi. Seems quite attached to worldly pursuits for someone who's devoted himself to monastic life. I did the same, of course, to abdicate the throne and hand over power to Norihito. But it would appear Kiyomori aims to abdicate responsibilities and free himself to do whatever he pleases.
The simple fact of the matter is I am not in service to my father, but rather to you, my lord, as well as Lord Norihito.
Your turn, my lord.
I must say that Shigemori is rather forthright.
I suppose there's a good reason he's commonly known as the conscience of the Heikei, and quite respected for his role in the Heiji Rebellion.
This is our time! The era is Heiji, the capital is Heian, and we are the proud Heikei! And now, we'll show them what that means!
He was quite skilled at rousing his comrades in arms.
Yes, although he is Kiyomori's eldest son.
But is he not Tokiko's child as well?
Last year, when Councillor Fujiwara no Norichika had a great dispute with Endryakuji Temple, the monks of Endryakuji marched to demand Norichika's exile. I sent Shigemori to fight, but...
I was ordered to come here. I'm prepared for battle if that's the only way. However, I humbly ask that you reconsider. Please, call off the attack.
That temple was growing into a real problem, and that moment was the perfect opportunity to nip it in the bud. But he disregarded my orders. I can only assume that the Heikei did not want to make an enemy of Endryakuji. I have no doubt who made that call.
Still, though, don't lose sight of the fact that Shigemori will eventually be the true leader of the Heikei. It seems apparent that he places his loyalty firmly with you. And once his little sister Tokuko joins the family, the might of the Heikei will in turn protect our Norihito. Your turn. Cast the dice.
3 things which I cannot control. The Sugoroku dice, the waters of the Kamo River, and Endryakuji's monks, each a force of nature. The Heikei, what's to come, we shall see.
Biwa, will you go to Rokuhara? Since Sugimori is in Issei, I won't have anyone around to play with.
We can play when I return home.
So pretentious.
It's just some birds.
I can see that now. They did startle me, though.
Biwa! Ah! Tokuko! Look who's here. Gio! That was so pretty! I can hardly believe how pretty you dance!
Thank you, Biwa. And your notes were beautiful.
There's more where that came from.
You should know, Biwa. My mother is also a shirabiyoshi dancer. I've spoken with her recently, and she told me she's heard there's one of us who, like you, has different colored eyes. She is rumored to have had a child, but it appears a particular nobleman took a liking to her. And he ended up forcing her to go live with him.
Is it my mom?
Well, I can't say with any certainty.
Where might she be now? Do you know?
Mother never met her, so I'm afraid.
Don't worry. I'll ask around about her for you. Someone must know something.
One day. I'm sure you two will meet.
One day. That's actually a nice thing to hear. Tomorrow, the next day, something's waiting in the future. A little light in the darkness.
Good. Well, I must go now and pay a visit to Lady Hotoke Gozen.
Gio, will you show me your dance again next time?
Yes, next time. That's nice to hear as well.
Biwa, are you just watching the rain?
I was thinking. Biwa! Tokuko! It's been quite a while. Hello, Koremori. Tokuko, we talked about next time. When would that be with Lady Gio? About that.
You're all right now. My younger sister, my mother, and we all became nuns. I'd grown resentful. Lord Kiyomori only saw me when he pleased, and when his interests waned, I was set aside. I was not treated as a person, but rather a pawn. But now, I live in peace according to the way I choose. You must be upset there's no next time. I'm sorry for that.
しに栄えて何かせんかように様を変えて参りたれば日頃の咎をは許したまえ許しましょう仰せらればもろともに念仏して一つ八すのみとならん
Tomorrow, or the next day, one day, perhaps far from now, the distant future, there'll be good things.
Yes.
I saw Hotoke Gozen and Gia. They look so peaceful. I should go tell Tokuko.
Well, Biwa, Tokuko is betrothed. By year's end, she'll be part of the Imperial family.
Biwa, I'm sorry I haven't been able to see you. These preparations have kept me busy. No! Toku! Please don't! Thank you so much, Biwa. Your concern means a great deal to me. But still, you have nothing to worry about. Don't take this to mean we won't see each other again. There'll be a next time, all right?
Not to worry, Biwa. This will be over soon.
Brother, do you think this could be what they call seasickness?
Exactly, Kyotsune. Don't be so pathetic, Biwa.
Shut your...
I see it, Father.
That thing's huge!
That's the Grand Tori Gate, isn't it, Father?
Yes.
With both wealth and military might in our hands, we shall wield them with confidence and certainty, and bring about a grand new age for the Heike.
Lord Kotamari's dancing is quite beautiful indeed. His performance at the Seikai Hot, His Majesty's banquet last year, was very well received. People are still talking about it.
You're very kind to say that.
It seems to me that a warrior being praised for his dancing rather than his skills in combat is concerning.
Tokitara, Munimori, Shigemori! If you have the energy to make idle chatter, then use it to pray instead. Pray that my Tokuko bears Emperor Takukura's child.
Yes, my lord, of course.
Tokuko. You have nothing to worry about. We'll wait until next time. That sound good? Good.
Biwa,
Shigemori.
I hope that you're feeling better. That's good to hear. Greetings to you, Lord Murimori.
There is no need for you to bow to me, Shigemori. Although we are not born of the same mother, that doesn't change the fact that you're my older brother.
I insist. I must say, Itsukushima is a beautiful place.
It is. Luckily, we can gather in such splendor to support Tokuko. However, despite all our prayers, it seems difficult for her to carry a child. After 6 years at the palace with His Majesty turning 16, it was expected for them to have one by now.
Biwa, still feeling ill as before?
I'm fine. Munemori's repulsive.
True. Muremori is grandfather's second son, but Lady Tokiko's first son. I suspect father's presence may bring a bit of tension into the air. During the Heiji and Hogan rebellions, father earned his reputation as a great warrior. Even grandfather sees him as the official head of the clan. He has the trust of the retired emperor, too.
I know a younger brother can view a respected, capable first son much like a lump over the eye. Are you trying to say that you view Koremori in such a way? How rude of you. I didn't say that. Our brother is admirable. Although, I would say he's not known for his bravery. He's more of a dancer than a warrior.
You know, with that attitude, you seem more like your boorish lot of an uncle.
Like you have room to talk.
With facial hair, you'd look like him.
What'd you say?
Calm down. That's enough, you two. I know. Why don't we walk closer to the shore?
Huh? Sounds great! All the way to the horizon!
Oh, well, maybe not that far.
That sounds much more like you, brother. Don't forget that however far we go, we are still men of the Heike.
That's true.
Right. Come on, let's get past the Tony at least. All the way to the horizon,
Not
then?
too far.
All right.
Biwa! Ah! Tokuko! It's good to see you. You're looking well. Thanks. Good to see you too. My, you haven't changed a bit. It's uncanny. Oh, I heard that you went to Itsukushima. Yeah, sure did. Ah. You even took a boat. What could be the reason? Tokuko. I'm fine, Biwa. Please don't worry over me. You know, perhaps me not having a child is for the best. Obviously, I would love it and find it adorable. But still, who could predict what manner of hardships the child might be up against?
Lady Tokuko! What a pleasure to see you.
Oh, Tsukimori.
Do you have some business with Father today?
Yes, about the poetry contest. But now I'm on my way out.
Well, I'd consider it an honor if you allowed me to accompany you back. Though, I suppose I should don more appropriate attire. I shall return shortly. If you'd please give me a moment.
It appears Tsukimori has developed certain amorous feelings for one of my attendants recently. Huh? Emperor Go Shirakawa is visiting again?
Yes. I assume His Majesty has been lonely since the passing of his wife, Lady Shigeko, last summer.
Indeed.
I know. To be separated from the one you love dearly, it's truly a tragically lonely predicament. Tokuko, I'll be leaving for a bit.
Oh? But I was told your father is coming.
Precisely. I do not wish to see Father at this time.
I understand. I shall tell him the Emperor has other business to attend.
Please do. Tokuko, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Safe travels, my lord.
Are you alright, Tokuko? Not to pry, but is the Emperor not going to see Lady Kogo?
His Majesty has been feeling a bit stifled and disheartened in recent weeks. I'm glad that he has a place where his heart can be comforted. It's good.
Well then, since the retired Emperor is coming, allow me to entertain him!
I had no idea you shared my appreciation for Imayo songs, Kemori.
I do, although your knowledge is far vaster.
Remarkably good taste for Kiyomori's grandson. I imagine you must make Shigemori very happy. Unfortunately, my son is not a man of culture like you and I. I dearly miss my Shigeko.
Your Majesty, I think we should sing.
Yes, let us sing a song together.
Dreams come in the night.
What will that dream bring? After two souls together meet with longing, wrapped in their embrace, intertwining feelings felt, drifting onwards in the night.
Tokuko was here earlier? I would have liked to have seen her, but I had some important matters to address.
Is something wrong, Shigemori?
Well, there was an incident involving Enryakuji Temple. A few days ago, Lord Moritsune of the Fujiwara, who governs Kaga province with his brother, visited a mountain temple and demanded use of their bath. They refused his demand, and he became extremely enraged. So enraged, in fact, that he set fire to the temple. That temple was affiliated with Enryakuji, and the head priest, Meiyun, has demanded punishment for Lord Moritsune, as well as his older brother, Lord Morotaka. However, Saiko, their father, is in the service of Emperor Go-Shirakawa.
I see. Meiyun demands my sons Morotaka and Moritsune receive punishment for this offense.
Correct, Lord Saiko.
Well, my lord, both of my sons have been excellent and loyal stewards of the Kaga province. Surely that counts.
A good point.
Were you singing Imayo songs again?
One of Shigemori's sons said he wanted to sing them with me. How could I refuse such an offer?
You mean Shigemori? Apologies, my lord.
Your Majesty, please spare my sons. I beg of you.
Pardon me, Lord Saiko, but I seriously doubt that will satisfy Lord Meiyun and the monks of Enryakuji.
Also a good point.
Enryakuji monks, my lord.
What's that? The monks are marching toward the palace?
Burning a temple is an unforgivable act! We shall take our petition to the court!
I am here and at your service, my lord.
You certainly weren't in a hurry. Don't you realize that thousands of angry warrior monks are heading to the palace as we speak? Problems like these are the reason why we retain you, samurai. Go, Shigemori. Take command of the soldiers and protect the palace gates at any cost.
Yes, my lord. Listen well. Our objective is only to drive the monks away. Do not aim for vital spots. And do not, under any circumstances, shoot the portable shrines. The Mikoshi are transporting the divine.
腰を先立て参らせ、東の陣頭大天門より入れたてまつるとしてれば。大関たちまちに入れてきて、武士ども散々に立てまつる。みこしにも矢のもあまたいたてなり。 殺され醜徳貴族をぶる
My lord, I hope the fire at the court last month hasn't caused you much strife.
Shunkan, I tell you, it was an especially terrible blaze indeed.
A tragedy. I'd heard that Lord Shigemori's estate burned down as well.
Could this be retribution for the shrine?
Narichika, I believe your younger sister is Shigemori's wife, isn't she?
Yes?
And your daughter is married to Koromori, yes?
Yes?
I feel I must mention the shrine incident, my lord. Shigemori's bound to protect the court, but it appeared to me as though he chose to use too soft a hand in dealing with the monks. In addition, it's becoming more obvious that power, both political and military, is in the grip of the Heike.
A fair point indeed.
If this continues, the influence of the damned Heike
Which would
will...
mean that in order to oppose the Heike, the only option is to rely on the strength of the Genji.
Really? But they were beaten in the Heiji rebellion, and the old head of the clan, Yoshitomo, was slain
His
after
son, however, is alive.
Yes, Yoritomo.
I know that if you were to issue the order, my lord, the Genji, as well as numerous other clans that hold grievances against the Heike, would gladly take up arms against them.
You think you could enact a plan and defeat the Heike?
Of course. For us, even the sturdiest jug can easily be toppled.
What a delightful metaphor.
To be honest, I find that response rather lukewarm. Why settle for merely toppling the Heike? When you can snap their necks instead.
Very well done.
You certainly know how to deal with a problem, too.
This talk is frightfully exciting.
What? Father had both Lords Shunkan and Saiko arrested?
Yes. It seems they were plotting a conspiracy against the Heike at Shunkan's estate in Shishikatani. One of the men who was in attendance secretly told grandfather out of fear.
Psycho! You ignored your son's unforgivable transgressions, and now you're trying to seduce His Majesty into wiping out our clan. How can wretched scum like you even dare to defy the Heike? Are you yourself not scum too? A mere warrior cannot just do whatever he pleases. Promoting only your clan, growing conceited and pompous. You may fool yourself, but the Heike do not own the world! Once he's made his confession, take him down to the river and cut off his traitor's head.
What's more, I'm afraid my wife's father, Lord Narichika of the Fujiwara, was arrested with all the others.
Him too? Lord Narichika was involved?
It appears he was.
And what about His Majesty?
I believe he's safe at the moment, but grandfather's likely to take him as well.
Very well. Koromori, you need to help me get this message out. A great crisis has arisen. All of those who trust Shigemori are to assemble at once.
Shigemori!
No one else leaves the estate. Understand?
Brother, are you trembling? Koromori is a dancer, not a fighter.
Emperor Goshirakawa really tried to bring down the Heike. You should all be scared. Life as we know it, it's over. From this point forward, everything will change. No going back. Biwa! Stay here!
Shigemori!
Biwa,
Please, Shigemori, come back home with me.
I can't right now.
Then let me go with you.
You cannot.
You have to let me.
It may be difficult, but you must not involve yourself.
That's what Pa said to me right before.
Shigemori.
Father, I implore you to halt your capture of Go Shirakawa.
This request doesn't surprise me in the least.
Your fortune is at an end. Surely you are not thinking clearly.
What? Don't be ridiculous. Those at Shishigatani are to blame. The Heike have long been faithful servants of the court. Their plot is heinous.
I am told His Majesty was present at the gathering.
Which is exactly why I want him to come to the estate without delay. And once he does, he should remain here. We must make it clear that actions have consequences. Teach them what happens when you oppose the Heike.
I don't want to die. Father, you should be aware that I, too, am assembling soldiers.
How very amusing.
No, they are not meant to support you. Their intention is to attack you, Father.
You would dare oppose me?
Clearly, it would pain me to do so. The status of our clan today is thanks to His Majesty. We are obligated to him, and I believe that our duty to serve may run deeper than our blood ties. Therefore, if I fulfill my obligation to His Majesty, it means I would make my own father an enemy. The loyalty to my lord and devotion to my father are in direct conflict. I fear this dilemma cannot be resolved peacefully. Father, if you wish to leave here, the only way that can happen is by cutting off my head first.
Tokuko.
Away with you. Please stay back. No. Don't come near me.
Tokuko, stay strong.
What did you see?
I beg you. You can take me, but spare my child. Please.
At last, Tokuko is with child, but she suffers, and constantly so.
Take heart. Don't let that darken your thoughts. I'm certain Tokuko will safely bear your child.
By the way, Lord Shigemori, I must express my deepest gratitude to you. Regarding the situation with my father, when Lord Kiyomori had intended to confine him, you intervened at risk to your own life.
It's nothing. His Majesty, he's well?
Having lost many advisors, he devotes most of his time to compiling Imayo. My father is a great man, and it is rather painful to see him brought so low.
I understand and ask that you send him my regards and prayers. We of the Taira clan are honored to be faithful servants of the court, and that will never change.
Shigemori. What did you see?
I saw Lord Saiko and Lord Narichika, who died during his exile in Bizen, which I failed to prevent. Also the ill will of those exiled to Kikagashima. Quite strange. Biwa, I must go now and pay a visit to my father. He's briefly left Fukuhara and is in the capital, I ask that you please return home with Skemori.
Lady Iko, your affections. I desperately want them all to myself. Please, Lady Iko. No, wait, don't go! It would appear that my Lady Iko has feelings for another man. I'm snubbed. This man is nearly 20 years my senior, and is said to be skilled in both art and song. Oh, why must she play with my heart so? It's too much for me!
It is a lot.
Please, don't feign your empathy, Biwa.
Huh?
I seriously doubt you've ever been madly in love like I am. Besides, you dress like a boy.
Like what?
It is quite strange. And everyone's noticed. In fact, when you first arrived to our home, I thought you were a boy. Oh, I see now. Yes, of course. That's what I should do. I simply need to find someone else too. Her heart will be broken into pieces the same as mine, and she'll cry out, Lord Skemori is the one I love after all. Then she'll be mine.
I'm not so sure.
How about it, Biwa? Give me your company tonight and help me.
You truly believe that Tokuko's troubles are the result of those punished for the Shishigatani plot on my life?
Yes, I suggest holding a service for the dead, as well as granting amnesty to the men who've been exiled to Kikagashima. It's for Tokuko and the birth of her child.
As part of the prayers for Tokuko's safe childbirth, pardons have been granted.
Does that mean we get to return to the capital?
Lord Shunkan, your name is not included on this document.
Oh, no. Don't leave me here! Take me with you!
さて、いかにおのおの瞬間をばついに捨てたもうか。俺の背で行け、屈して行け。おべき叫べども、漕ぎゆく船の習いにて。あのあしら波ばかりなり、今だ遠からぬ船なれども。涙にくれて、目ざりけれて。
Father steadfastly refused to forgive Lord Shunkan.
Do you know why?
I would assume it's because the plan was hatched at his estate. That's likely the root of Father's deep resentment. And what's more, apparently the other two men expressed their remorse by sending 1,000 sotobai into the sea. Lord Shunkan did not. This would not endear Father to his plight.
However, I'm told Lady Tokuko's condition is greatly improved. Biwa, let's go visit and congratulate her properly.
Father, spin it again! Spin it again!
Perhaps you should give it a try.
Oh, yes! Father! Mother! Watch this!
Koremori, you're a father.
Look!
Nothing like that childish Skemori.
The woman he loves is beautiful, as well as a rather masterful poet. I imagine she has many suitors to choose from. Skemori is likely upset, but undaunted. By the way, Biwa, I would appreciate it if you would play a bit for my wife. Perhaps it will bring her comfort. Yes, Father intervened with Grandfather, and thus Lord Narichika was ultimately spared a death sentence for the plot, though he was exiled to Bizen, where he perished from lack of proper sustenance. Once Lady Tokuko gives birth, Grandfather's influence will undoubtedly grow. Who knows what will come of that?
no, Tokuko. I'm overjoyed. You've given us a boy. Let me hold him, won't you? This beautiful child will be the next emperor, bringing the Heike glory to even further heights. Yes, yes, you will. Oh, you're a lively one.
Aww, he really is an adorable baby. Yes, I'll cherish him. Listen, Biwa. I've always heard rumors that you can see into the future. What lies in store for my son? I don't care what happens to me, but what about him? What's in his future? If you can see it, then please, let me know. I can't. I see. Oh, what's the matter? It's all right. It's all right. Poor Moriko.
She was only 24 years old. Married off at 9 and made a widow only 2 short years later. She must have been so lonely for all this time.
I wonder, why was no new husband ever found for her?
Tokuko.
So the clan could hold on to all the valuable assets she inherited? I didn't make that up. Everyone is saying the death of Taira no Kiyomori's second daughter Moriko was some kind of divine punishment for the Heike snatching up Fujiwara assets.
All the whirlwinds as of late have brought unbelievable disaster. Homes and carriages torn apart, trees ripped from the ground, stones hurtling in air. And yet Father does nothing to soothe the woes of the people. His only concerns are his grandchild's destiny and Moriko's assets. The Onmyoji have made their prediction that within 100 days, a terrible calamity will befall the land, and once again we will be pulled into a great conflict. Do you know this to be true? Tell me, what do you see with that eye of yours?
I don't want to look. If I'm helpless to change what I see, I prefer not to look at all.
Yes, I understand. And at this point, there is nothing that I can do. Lord Narichika, who participated in the Shishigatani plot, was both my wife's brother as well as Koramori's father-in-law. That has had quite an adverse effect on my position. I'm afraid that I have no other option. I lift up my prayer that my father, Taira no Kiyomori, seek no further glory in this world, and that he take pains to bring about peace. However, if the clan's glory is truly to end with my father, I sincerely wish to avoid seeing the descendants of the once proud Heike suffer in disgrace. To make this so, I pray that my own life be shortened. I humbly beseech you. What is it?
Just now, I saw something come from your...
No, everything's fine, Father. Biwa is just getting a little hungry. You know how she is.
Huh?
I suppose it's gotten rather late. We'd best be on our way back home.
It's so cold!
Yes, it really wakes you up, doesn't it? Such a sharp contrast to that day and the warm waters of Itsukushima. That's freezing! How do you like this?
It's too cold.
Sounds like you need a little more.
Lord Koremori. It looks as though he's dressed for mourning.
Hush. I'll fetch some clothes.
It's fine. You needn't worry. Please, take it away.
Are you sure, Father? I really wish that you would eat something.
I don't mean to worry you. Forgive me. I'll be all right soon enough.
Don't push
You
yourself.
need your rest. Father, Emperor Go Shirakawa is here.
Then please have him brought in at once. You did not need to go to such trouble to visit.
It's the very least I could do. Your loyalty through the years has meant a great deal to me.
I am unworthy of such praise.
Pull yourself together. You have a responsibility as head of the Heikei. Having a longer life than Kiyomori is part of that. So please, go on living. Huh? Shigemori looks as though he has no vitality left in him.
Ever since his return from the shrine at Kumino, he has been on his sickbed and refuses any food we offer him.
It's such a pity. How can this be?
Your Majesty, my brother, Kiyotsune, is an extremely skillful flute player.
Huh? But why bring that up now?
To see your face so darkened from worry makes our hearts heavy with concern for you as well. How about this? Let's lift our voices in song for Father's recovery.
Oh! You're Shigemori's third son, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
We also have an excellent biwa player with us.
Oh? Oh.
Listen to my plea. Was I born for years of fun? Was I always meant to just frolic in the sun? When I hear all the children playing down below, my own heart beats to and fro, and I know I wish to go.
Oh.
Nicely done, Your Majesty.
That was great.
For them to carry on like that while you are unwell.
No, some mirth amidst the gloom is needed. Korimori, you've always been the type to worry too much, the same as me. Please don't put such strain on yourself.
I'll try my best.
Where am I?
Taira no Kiyomori's head. Because of his unbridled villainy, Kasuga Daimyojin have taken it. Now,
The time of the Heikei is at its end. Amusing, wouldn't you say?
The divine punishment has come to pass for Father. For the Heikei.
Father, I've come again to see you. You should be in bed, Father.
I'm so thankful that you're here. Korimori, please take this. You will need to have it now.
This sword. It's for me? Is it not Kogarasu, the Heikei blade passed down for generations?
No, son. This blade is just a plain tachi to be worn at a funeral. I held it for when Lord Kiyomori finally met his end. But alas.
Then why will I need it?
Because I cannot.
Father!
I can no longer plead for Lord Kiyomori to reflect upon his decency. Korimori, I ask that you take this in my stead.
Yes, I shall accept it.
I have built a cove in the shoreline, so that ships can anchor and take refuge in its shelter.
I must say, Lord Gyamordi, there's just no end to your resourcefulness.
Quite amusing, is it not? Now tell me, Tokitana, what's the reason for your sudden rush all the way here to Fukuhara?
Well, my lord, I'm afraid Lord Shigemori...
Shigemori! Shigemori!
Biwa,
Shigemori, please talk to me.
he was right about me. I was a boring man to the very end, wasn't I?
No, that's not true.
I'm so sorry. I dragged you into the whirlwind, into the Heike's collapse, our ruin. Please play for me, Biwa.
This is the only thing I can do. I'm powerless against the future. I can see it, but I can't stop it. Shigemori? Wake up. Please! Just open your eyes! Please, Shigemori! No! Shigemori!
Father! Father!
Father!
Biwa,
Shigemori. Pa? You were there too, aren't you? And you've always been. The dead. Did I inherit Shigemori's eye?
Biwa, your eye completely changed color.
It's odd, but perhaps she somehow inherited Father's eye.
Weird. Or maybe she's some kind of yokai. I mean, she's as tiny as she's always been.
Huh? Shut up! Shigemori!
See, she's a Bakaneko!
Biwa, that's enough! Stop fighting!
My, you're all quite amusing.
Lord Munemori.
What a surprise. I expected to find you all in low spirits, but I wonder if this is simply how you behave without a father around to discipline you.
Munemori.
I have come here to pay my respects to my late brother and announce that I'll take firm hold of the reins. As
Oh, you're such a cutie. That was so good. You took big steps. Yes, you did.
Tokuko.
Hello, Tomomori.
Well, look at that. His Highness is standing splendidly. And you're one of Shigemori's attendants, are you not?
That's Biwa.
That's the exact same eye Shigemori had. Did our dear brother have a secret child, or...
He did not.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't jump to conclusions like that. You know, even the Emperor has his other child, so... No! Sorry. I can't keep my foot out of my mouth today.
My son does have a little brother now. Through a different mother.
With Koko?
No, with another woman. Lady Shokuko. I've heard rumors your wife has become that child's wet nurse. Is that true?
Yes, she has.
I've also heard that you've become Munemori's adjunct.
Yes, with our little brother Shigehira.
I can't help but wonder if Munemori is ready to be clan leader.
Oh, you know,
And how is father?
I haven't seen him lately, but they say he's been holed up in Fukuhara since Shigemori passed. I imagine it was quite a shocking blow. Well, we can't let his loss keep our spirits down forever. Shigemori may be gone, but we must carry the Heikei forward. The remaining brothers will have to work together to prove that the Taira do not tire.
Ha! What a troublesome pest that was. Anyway, Kiyomori is still lost inside his dazed state?
Yes.
Perhaps he's made the transition to senile old man. I dare say this is an excellent opportunity for us.
Shirakawa.
Yes. He seized the province of Eichazen that Shigemori's son Koromori inherited. And the Fujiwara assets Moriko took possession of. All of those have been seized as well. In addition to that, he's also taken to meddling in regard to the appointment of certain court positions.
Damn it!
Father,
That doddering fool needs to learn his place.
Hold on! Wait! Father! Just a moment, Father!
Munemori, start gathering troops. I'm returning to the capital. I haven't gone senile just yet.
Out of the way! Clear a path!
It's Lord Kiyomori. He's going to retaliate against the court.
Greetings, Father. Welcome back to the capital.
Munemori!
Yes?
Tomomori!
Sir!
Shigehira!
Sir!
Beginning today, we will dismiss the Regent, the Chancellor, and 41 others from their office. These positions will be filled by members of the Heikei. As for ex-Regent Motofusa, who took Shigemori's lands, send him to exile in Hyuga immediately.
Forward, men! Go! Go!
Capture them!
Please grant me pardon! I can't go to Hyuga! I've already taken my vows and renounced all things worldly!
Then you will not go to Hyuga, but spend your exile in Pisen instead. And now,
Yes?
ride out to Emperor Go Shirakawa. His Majesty will henceforth take up residence at the Toba Palace.
You mean to confine His Majesty?
That seems a bit extreme.
I'll be off at once, Father!
To confinement in Toba? The Heikei were my sworn protectors, and now they dare to come bearing their fangs? Kiyomori, this outrage will never be forgiven!
The Yatamira, the Amano Murakumo sword, and the Yasakani Magatama. These three sacred treasures can only be rightfully claimed by the Emperor. And as of this moment, you are the youngest in history to ever receive the throne.
The most infantile would be more precise.
Come now, find joy in this time, Tokuko. Your only child, my dear grandson, has risen up to become the new Emperor. His Majesty has no problem at all finding the joy. Now that's done. Retired Emperor Takakura! Since you'll have time on your hands, I would be very honored if you'd come and pay a visit to my shrine at Itsukushima.
Uncle Shigehira, you play beautifully.
High praise coming from you, Kyotsune.
Yes, it's nice. But don't you have better things to do?
Brother! Uncle Shigehira is here to offer us comfort after the loss of father. You'd be wise to extend him courtesy.
Yes, that's true. But I also needed some time away from Munemori.
I just can't get warm.
Recently, he made Lord Nakatsuna of the Genji surrender his prized horse over the poor man's vehement objections.
No wonder you treasure this absolutely beautiful creature. I shall rename this beast Nakatsuna in your honor. Run, damn Nakatsuna! Do as I say, Nakatsuna, or feel the sting of my crown.
Such clownish behavior from the head of the Heike. Tomomori and I voiced our displeasure with him.
I'm sure that if father were still alive, Emperor Go Shirakawa would never have been confined either.
Emperor Takakura defied objections and visited Itsukushima, so I expect that confinement will end soon. He most likely accepted father's request with the goal of freeing Go Shirakawa in mind. Father can be bullheaded, though, so I do understand your concerns, Gemori. But going forward, I assure you, we will be leading the Heike. To be ready, you must become as interested in governance as you are the flute. And we must all hone our fighting skills.
Right!
So while she's a Bakeneko, you're a puppy.
Bakeneko?
Just look at her. Don't you think those eyes are extremely suspicious?
Now. If you don't watch the way you speak, the court ladies won't like you. Nor will the one you fancy, for that matter. From what I heard, you were a valuable aid to my brother Shigemori. So if there's any way I can return that kindness, feel free to let me know.
You would treat your most valued steed in such a manner?
My lord, he called it Nakatsuna just to curse its name.
To think of the strife it has caused my son, Nakatsuna. I can do nothing to ease his misery, and that fills me with frustration.
The late Lord Shigemori was a kind and considerate man of the utmost courtesy, but the current head of the Heike is vulgar and enjoys making people angry.
Prince Mochihito, your highness is Emperor Go Shirakawa's second son. You are of the finest lineage and wise beyond your years. In fact, many expected that you would ascend to the throne. Although that did not happen, there are those of us who can see your long-neglected talent and need a man of your abilities and character. Bring down the Heike, depose the child Emperor Antoku, and take the throne for yourself, your highness. I beg you, harden your resolve. Give the command and we shall march behind you.
Mochihito plans to take down the Heike?
I hear the command is presently circulating to the Genji in all regions.
You must go inform my father at once.
Yes, sir. Seize the prince and exile in Retosa post-haste. I'll return to the capital.
Speak! Where is Prince Mochihito? Search the entire estate. Kill any who resist.
I never expected that the word would get out this quickly.
It's all clear. There's no sign of them.
You needn't worry, Your Highness, but please hide at Onjoji until the Genji forces have gathered.
Father, we've awaited your arrival.
I'm
told Prince Mochihito narrowly escaped to Onjoji Temple dressed as a woman.
Still, if the Heikei attacked the temple...
Onjoji could not withstand the onslaught, so they sought assistance from the warrior monks of Enryakuji on Mount Hiei and Kofukuji in Nara. However...
This rice is ours! You've taken more than your
I sent 20,000 koku of Ami rice to Enryakuji.
That is an exceptionally brilliant move, Father.
With that, Enryakuji will side with the Heikei.
How will we secure Kofukuji?
A bird cannot fly with one wing plucked, so we won't require both of their allegiances. Word is Mochihito left Onjoji for Kofukuji. He likely expects them to harbor him, which means we simply need to intercept him on the way.
Oh, a messenger arrived saying Prince Mochihito has entered Byodo-ing Temple.
Is that so?
They tell me he was exhausted on the road and fell from his horse 6 times. So for the moment, at the very least, he will be resting there.
Well now, we should attack at once. Tomomori, you'll be heading up this mission.
Right.
Shigehira too.
Right.
And finally...
I take my leave, Mother. Grandfather needs me.
Koromori.
Dear brother, I'll pray for your good fortune in the battle.
Me too. But remember, you can't claim victory if you run like you usually do. How do you expect me to sleep with all that racket you're making?
I'm surprised you could even hear it over the sound of the rain.
Look, Biwa, you know Brother's never been brave. Since we were children, he's been a dancer and certainly not one who's drawn to the battlefield. Do you think he'll fare well?
平家2万8千余騎小綿山打ち越えて宇治橋の爪に押し寄せたる
Now, men! Ready?
つわや打ち立てまつれ打ち立てまつれしかれども
The bridge is out this way! Halt! Halt!
当時これを聞きつけず我先にとするうちに100余騎押し落とされ流されけりこれより両方の爪に打ったってやわせすそこへご寺院の田島鎧もかけず盾も持たず通り切る向かってくるは切って落とす切って落とすしてこそ矢切の田島と言われけれ
Steel your resolve!
Brother, we can't make use of our numbers on this bridge. I think we should retreat.
Really?
Yes. Rather than continue here, we should cross the river and fight.
Cross it how? Brilliant. With your ingenuity, we can avoid being swept away.
Listen to me. You just need to stay calm and focused.
Don't let a single man fall in! Not a one shall be left behind!
once urged this rebellion from the start. Yorimasa and Nakatsuno of Minamoto were trapped like rats at Byodoin and exterminated. Mochihito himself was hit by an arrow as he fled and is no more. Plus, the traitorous Onjoji Temple is gone. Shigehira made certain it was set ablaze.
The battle raged on well after night had fallen. The risk of friendly fire was just too great. I didn't expect it to spread like that.
Wow! What an occasion to give my little brother praise.
There was no other choice, was there?
It's just a part of the warrior's way, fighting to win, at all costs. After this battle, the Genji will think twice. I believe there should be no more fighting for quite some time to come.
You precious thing, you. Tokoko? You seem sad. It's just that Emperor Takakura spends very little time with my son lately. And I was told he recently had yet another child with Lady Shokuko. Honestly, it has me feeling rather down.
I thought you didn't even want to marry him.
Not at first. But something in me changed. One time, some of the servants used fallen leaves of his beloved maple trees as kindling to warm their sake. Everyone was aghast.
Warming sake with fallen leaves in the forest. What a beautiful thing.
That was his honest response, no rebuke or anger. His kindness is endearing, but still, Emperor Takakura does not find comfort in my company, and prefers to spend his time with other women. Not with the daughter of Kiyomori of the Heikei. Although they had different mothers, Prince Mochihito was his older brother. My father, with full support of the Heikei, attacked and murdered him. That's terrible. I choose to forgive them all. Emperor Takakura, Go Shirakawa, even father. Perhaps that sounds sanctimonious, but someone has to offer forgiveness, or we'll only have hatred and conflict. I'd like to believe the world isn't all pain and suffering, so I'll keep choosing to forgive. No matter what, I'll forgive.
Oh, I want to know, did you forgive? Shigemori, did you forgive?
Did you forgive Biwa?
you think brother might be taking a bit too much with him?
I say we take everything we possibly can.
Oh, Biwa! Have you had the chance to pack up all your things yet?
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Well, you certainly packed light.
I wish Grandfather hadn't decided to move the capital all the way to Fukuhara.
If we stay here, we could be caught up in another rebellion. But things are different in Fukuhara. Think about it. With the sea in front and the mountains behind, the Heike can protect everyone.
Not packing a lot of thoughts in there, are you? All that'll be protected is the Heike's power. This relocation is happening too fast for people to build homes. But I know anyone who stays here will be seen as somehow going against the clan. That's why people are tearing apart their houses to take the timbers with them. Just you watch. The capital will be a ruin.
Fukuhara is wonderful. I've missed it. Oh. Yes. Everything about this place is just divine.
I have to admit, I'm a little envious of your ability to completely clear your mind.
You sure you don't want to play in the water, Skimori?
I'm too old for that.
Liar, you're dying to splash around. How about I drag you in?
Might you happen to be Lord Skimori and Kyotsune? I'm the son of Taira no Tsunemori. My name is Atsumori.
I don't recognize him.
His father is one of Grandfather's younger brothers.
When I came to the estate, they told me I'd find you out here.
You didn't need to come all this way just to greet us, you know.
In truth, I wanted to meet Lord Kyotsune.
Oh, this guy?
Indeed. The tales going around say he's a master of the flute.
Wow, that's the famous flute known as the Saida, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, it was passed down by Emperor Toba himself.
Yes.
Well, if it's no bother to you, I would love to hear you play, Atsumori.
I was hoping to hear you play, though.
I know. We should meet here later tonight for some moon viewing.
That sounds like a delightful idea.
The moon's so lovely.
Yes, it's quite lovely. I realize that this comes rather late, but my condolences on your father. To think it's been a year since his passing. You see, I've long held Lord Shigemori's accomplishments as a warrior in high regard. I recall his words in the Heiji Rebellion. This is our time. The era is Heiji, the capital is Heian, and we are the proud Heike. Now, men, let's show them what that means. All my life I've been enthralled by the stories I've heard about him, and how he was able to inspire his men.
I appreciate your words, and I'm positive Father would feel honored as well.
Did we come here just to flap our gums? I thought there would be flute playing.
I'm sorry, Lord Skimori.
Oh, my brother does have a tendency to be rather coarse and vulgar. Pay no mind. Now then.
May I join you?
Lord Shigehira!
What an honor! My name is...
Atsumori.
Incredible! I have heard tales of your many great achievements, Lord Shigehira. The men talk about how magnificently you performed in the battles at Uji and Onjoji.
Well, this talk of war will surely cloud our view of the moon. So, I'd rather listen to the voice of Saida.
Right.
From the size and confining nature of this place, it's no mystery why it's known as the Cage Palace.
I will ask my father to move you somewhere else. A man of your stature needs space.
As if that bullheaded fool would honor such a request.
For now, please try to endure it a little while longer. You know what they say about clarity of heart and mind. It arises at the sight of a collapsed temple.
Oh, quoting Imayo to me, are you?
Yes.
Well, I suppose the Cage Palace could be fun. For the time being, I think I can endure it. I've heard that my son has been feeling unwell.
Oh, yes. Perhaps it's merely the fatigue of the sudden relocation.
You do not need to bother yourself with that, Tokuko.
Not a bother.
I'm sorry.
There's no reason for you to apologize.
Well then, I am grateful.
You're being so considerate. Please, do not worry about me.
They tell me that you've even been making visits to see my father recently. You've taken such wonderful care of me from the very start. I was incredibly young and naive when you first came to live with me. I admired you immensely. You were so wise and beautiful. Quite a contrast to me at that time. Back then, I knew nothing of the world or how to carry myself. I was just a child. I feel extremely grateful for all you've done for me.
Hearing these kind words fill me with such happiness. They mean so much. It's all right.
He always starts crying the moment the waves begin to crash.
Grandfather stared it down, and that troublesome skull disappeared. Apparently, there have been several other strange occurrences as of late. A pine tree withering in a single night, and in the tail of the finest horse in the eastern provinces, a mouse had made itself a nest.
I heard that, and it bore its young there.
What nonsense. Well, we all know brother isn't that brave.
I'd face spirits gladly over the horror of...
I hear your father is a poet, and quite a skilled one, too.
Indeed, and you should come to his next poetry contest.
I'm willing to bet there are more of these stories about spirits and the like because this place is so isolated and lonely. It's obvious that people simply want to go back to the capital.
Not to mention who's also in the capital is that woman you fancy. Maybe you should use your gift for poetry to write her a letter.
I realize that you just don't understand. But matters of love are very complex. I can't see her, so my only option is to get my own bride.
Are you serious?
Excuse me, Biwa. Lord Kiyomori requests you.
He wants Biwa?
Yes, my lord.
What? I don't recall asking you boys to join me.
I'm sure they must have come here out of concern for Biwa, isn't that right?
I'm here because Skemori asked me to come with them.
Why are you concerned?
You didn't know exactly what sort of plan the old man had in mind for Biwa.
Oh, come now. I wanted to calm the spirits, then thought that some biwa music would do the trick quite nicely.
I see. I trust that's all there is. I sleep soundly without meeting any restless spirits. In fact, I think I should retire now. I'll leave the ghosts in your capable hands.
Please, Biwa, will you play? I can't help but think that this is the music Shigemori heard. Though he may have been a boring and sober man, he was the only one who had the fortitude to tell me what he truly thought. What a shame to lose him when things had just begun. The nobles spent money they didn't have to simply laze about, and when uprisings would occur, they did not have the power to quell them. The world has been run by the idle aristocrats and sanctimonious priests, coasting on status to assert their authority. That changed with the Heike. We alone breathe fresh air into a suffocating world, with our wealth and our power. What?
It's just, as of now, the Heike are...
Whenever there is great change, there will always be those who oppose it. They simply reject it out of hand. That is why we must work together as one. Why our clan must strive for unity. In this new capital, with our port open to the world, we will build upon our wealth. And with that wealth, we'll gain extraordinary power. Our world will grow such that the sun will never set on it.
Lord Yoritomo, this is the skull of your father.
It truly is.
After the Heiji Rebellion, it lay in front of the prison covered in dirt and moss, until I took possession of it. How frustrated he must have been with no one to pray for his soul.
And you're certain that it's him?
Prince Mochihito set his sights on bringing down the Heike, and it cost him his very life. Yorimasa and Nakatsuna committed suicide in their disgrace. You are the only one who can see their mission to its completion. The Heike claim that they created a new world of warriors, but all they really did was take over the court, allowing only their clan to prosper.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
You alone have the power to change things, Lord Yoritomo.
That may be the case. And in contrast to Kiyomori, I could promote warriors from outside my clan, creating a new world while still preserving the court.
That lofty goal would convince many men to follow you.
However, Lord Kiyomori granted mercy and spared my life. To return that by raising troops against him...
Not to worry. I recently visited Fukuhara and was given a decree from Emperor Go Shirakawa.
The Heike has taken to ignoring the court and self-dealing, appointing only their own to positions of power. You must see them brought to ruin. The Heike is our enemy. Root them out.
It's genuine?
I assure you, my lord, it is.
Yoritomo's raising an army against us?
He left Izu with his father-in-law, Hojo Tokimasa.
Oh, I spared that man, sent him to exile. He's alive only because of my generosity.
Well, according to my men, he engaged Heike forces at Ishimashiyama, but fled with 7 or 8 riders after losing the fight.
Then we must strike him down before he has a chance to rally the other Kenji. Raido, Korimori will command the attack.
You sure?
Do you believe he's ready? At Korimori's age, Shigemori had since notched several decisive military victories. Korimori can do it too. Let us show them all the power of the Heike.
Wait here for the Genji? Would it not be better to cross the river and mount Ashigara? That way we could engage the enemy in the open eastern fields instead.
Lord Kiyomori has entrusted me, Tarakiyo, to decide what strategy to take. The soldiers and their horses need rest, and since we are short on provisions, I say we wait here. We have gathered 70,000 riders, my lord. With that in mind, we should operate carefully and deliberately.
Report, sir! The Genji have assembled 200,000 riders! They have that many?
A month has passed since Yoritomo began to raise his army. Genji warriors must have come running from all over to join him.
Sanemori.
My lord.
They've told me that you're familiar with the Eastern warriors.
I have fought alongside the Genji several times in the past.
What is your assessment of them?
They are extremely fierce and spirited. I have never seen one fall from his horse. Even if their parent or their own child had been taken down, they would just ride over the corpse and continue fighting.
That may be, but surely there are none among their ranks who can wield a bow as powerfully as you.
Not true. The Genji have scores of highly skilled archers who can easily pierce 2 or 3 suits of armor in one single shot. The Genji of Kai and Shinano provinces know this area quite well. I cannot stress how important it is to remain vigilant, lest they flank us.
Why did you say those things to him?
It was abundantly clear the troops were not motivated or on guard. I had to light a fire. The Heike of today have grown accustomed to an easy life of privilege and have since lost their edge and ferocity.
Look! What is that?
Over that way!
How could this be? There are countless soldiers in the river. They're everywhere.
The exchange of arrows will begin by early tomorrow morning. I'm sure they won't attack tonight. Get some rest.
Did the enemy run away before the battle began?
It seems they were startled by birds, which caused them all to flee immediately.
Really now?
What a disgrace! Even losing the fight would have been honorable! Koremori! Since Shigemori passed on, you've got nobody left to back you! I was trying to hand you some real achievements, which is why I made you commander! Behead Tadakiyo! And exile Koremori to Kikagashima!
Hold on, Father. Lord Tadakiyo is the very same man who commanded the vanguard in the Hogan Rebellion. For years, he's been an immense help to the Heike.
I must speak up as well. Have mercy. Korimori is new to warfare. I believe that he still has many victories ahead of him.
Yoritomo is our enemy. We must unite as a clan. It's the only way we can hope to defeat him.
Somehow he was able to avoid exile, but I must say, as his brother, I'm embarrassed.
Don't be. But when the time comes for us to go to war, let's make a pledge to fight heroically.
Please don't be scared. You're so cute. Rio's got you now. Koremori. I'm glad that you're...
I was scared. When I thought about being overrun by that many soldiers, I was terrified.
Koremori, I'd absolutely love to watch you dance again, just like at Itsukushima, on the beach.
I'm through dancing. The capital has changed, and I must change as well. Instead of dancing, from now on I'll have to fight as a brave Heike warrior!
see that? When the ball goes into the goal area, you win.
So that's the main objective when playing Gicho?
The main objective is to have fun. I've heard the Nara monks have been amusing themselves by pretending the ball is Kiyomori's head.
That's so horrible!
Would you like to give it a whack, Atsumori?
Do I want to whack Kiyomori's head?
No, I mean the ball.
Thanks. You all right? Biwa?
Now come on. Good kitty. And so clever.
That's the cat you took in Fukuhara, isn't it? They say cats become quite attached to homes. Perhaps it's not accustomed to Kyoto yet. It is rather shocking. The capital was moved back in just 6 months.
That's true.
Are you still feeling chilly, my lord?
Less than in Fukuhara.
Stubborn as he is, even father couldn't take the pressure from the monks at Mount Hiei and was forced to agree to their terms. And not only that, the initial move upset a number of people.
Any news on my father?
I paid him a visit recently, in fact. He's doing exceptionally well.
And there's been talk about an uprising among the monks of Kofukuji. They suspect the Heike has come back to attack them. At least, that's the rumor.
You'd heard about that?
Yoritomo has raised an army against us. This is not the time for a clash with the temple in Nara. Karayasu, head to Kofukuji and tell them we have absolutely no intention of leading a strike against them.
Lord.
Listen, it's crucial that your men wear no armor and carry no weapons if the other side chooses to attack. You are not to respond with force under any circumstance.
No, please! Wait! We must avenge on Joji Temple!
Those animals displayed their heads at Sarusawa Pond? Kofukuji will pay dearly for this. I'll see to it myself.
Please, Father, try to calm your rage.
I will not. Those bloody savages took 60 unarmed men on a mission of diplomacy and cut off their heads. Shigehira, I want you to lead a force to Nara immediately. Is that clear?
Yes. Lord Shigehira, the time has come for you to lead the war cry. It is known that the monks of Kofukuji are armed only with swords. So if we attack with bows and arrows, victory will be ours for the taking. Now! Fight!
At this rate, the battle will drag on through nightfall.
What the hell is Shigehira doing out there?
The monks' resistance was much fiercer than expected. However, our forces seem to have broken through the fortifications at Narasaka and Hanyaji.
Lord Shigehira, as it's grown dark, there's no telling where the monks may be hiding. So, we need a fire.
But that's how Onjoji burned to the ground.
The monks' intensity has been a blow to our morale, and at this point our men don't stand a chance against the night strike.
We will need light. Burn a nearby house, but be extremely cautious.
What's the matter, kitty? So much wind.
was Kofuji burned to the ground, but Todaiji too. I never imagined he'd set all of Nara ablaze.
Though I do fear divine retribution.
Hello. How rude! You and the cat are too alike. Figures.
Once again, the Heike has made a host of sworn enemies.
But the flames spread because of the wind, right? The destruction wasn't purposeful. Plus, as I understand it, the monks started the entire conflict.
I'm not so sure of that.
Brother, please don't forget that we've come here today to visit Mother. At least try not to look so gloomy. Besides, nothing we can say will restore Nada, so there's no use fretting about it now.
If you're not aware, Sukemori has clawed his way back into his lady friend's good graces. So that's his only concern presently.
Hey!
This New Year seemed especially uneventful.
Likely due to the Nada temples burning. The mood here has been rather dreary since then.
I tried to visit Lord Shigehira and ask him if he'd like to play the flute with me again. I could not see him, though. I thought he'd be comforted. But I suppose this isn't the right time for him.
Almost got it. Oh my goodness, I am ever so sorry!
Is something the matter?
It's the retired emperor. Mother, Father, what's the issue? You do know His Majesty's condition is dire.
His declining condition is precisely why we need to have this discussion with you.
Then let us address the matter quickly.
We thought that it would be prudent to discuss what will become of you in your position after His Majesty's eventual demise. Would you be open to taking residence in Emperor Go Shirakawa's palace?
You see, the Emperor's quite young. Don't you think having that kind of support behind him would put your son at a great advantage? What do you say? Am I free to pursue this?
No. It seems you're still determined to make me a tool for your selfish ambitions.
Tokuko.
What's more, you would dare to even introduce the idea while His Majesty still clings to life. All these years, I have served Emperor Takakura with honor and respect. And if he were to pass away, I refuse to serve another in place of His Majesty. That said, if you decide to force the issue, then I will become a nun.
No need to be rash. Put the blade away.
And so, the whole thing was dropped. Wow, Tokugo, you're fearless. That was the first time I opposed Father. Biwa? Biwa. 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 Biwa, Biwa. Yeah. I'll be fine, I'm sure. I'll live to protect my child. His Majesty will be watching over us, too. I know it. And I will never forget the kind words he shared with me.
I feel extremely grateful for all you've done for me.
At the time, I was disappointed because what he said didn't seem like a declaration of love. Though, my time at His Majesty's side was quite meaningful. It helped me grow as a person. I really wish Tokuko could see this too.
Kisono
Yes, but there's a complicated family situation. He grew up in Kiso after his father was killed by Yoritomo's older brother.
And this Yoshinaka was able to raise an army in Shinano?
A crass opportunist. All he did was follow Yoritomo's lead. Why is it that everyone wants to go out of their way to defy me these days? Even my own daughter. To think, after working a lifetime to lift up the clan, that I would be met with such rampant scorn and hostility.
Father, there will be time to lament your treatment after you strike down the Genji.
Oh, that is absolutely correct. Those outside the Heike are not people.
Just what I needed to hear. Thank you. I cannot believe this heat. I feel like I'm being roasted.
You're this hot in winter?
Word is that people siding with the Genji have cropped up in Kawachi, Kyushu, and Kumano.
Uncle Munemori said he'll be mobilizing forces to quell these uprisings without hesitation.
It would appear after the fire that raged in Nara, Lord Shigehira has lost his taste for battle. But Lord Munemori, is he up to the task?
What? Father is unwell?
What? I'm burning up.
Mother. Oh.
I don't understand what's happening. It's as if his fever refuses to break.
Oh.
Who are you?
We have come to your world under the order of Great King Enma.
King Enma?
Sent here to collect Kiyomori's impure soul. He has set fire to temples, burning the great Buddha, and for his sins he is now being roasted in flames. Uninterrupted suffering awaits him once he's sunk to the lowest depths of hell.
It's horrifying. Lord Kiyomori, if you have any final wishes, please share them with me now.
Only that you spread my ashes at Fukuhara, so I can become one with the tides.
Yes.
I was able to fulfill all my desires in this life. Except, I wish I could have had the pleasure of seeing Yoritomo's lifeless head at the end of a spear. I need no halls or pagodas erected in my honor. I have no use for a funeral service. All I want is for Yoritomo to die. Send someone to go and cut off his head, and in place of my grave marker, hang it for all to see. Sweet Tokuko. I hope she's not still upset with me.
It looks like fire.
Quickly! Lord Kiyomori's estate! How could this happen?
Shigemori, I'm so sorry. Now your pa's gone too. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Everybody dies one day. I'm going to keep losing people. It'll never stop happening. Still, though, I just can't stand feeling so powerless. Mori?
Biwa. My father is dead, and now my grandfather. Please tell me, what'll become of the Heike? I know you can see what's to come. Tell me! No matter what it is, I want to know.
Brother! Look, right now you need rest more than anything.
What I need is to know our fate. In all directions are those who chose to side with the Genji. Father is gone. Grandfather is gone. There's no one to show us the way forward.
This is who you are, the type who runs at the sound of birds. If you knew the way forward, could you face it? I don't think so.
But Skemori, how can you say that to him? Brother is tired from the journey, and from grandfather's funeral. We all are.
Biwa, forgive my outburst.
Leave. Go away. From the first moment I saw you, I thought you and your weird-colored eye were creepy. And the sound of your biwa makes me sick.
Brother, you're being so cruel.
After Father passed away, we should have thrown you into the street. You don't belong here now, and I don't think that you ever have.
Stop.
Is that clear? I want you gone before spring.
Brother! Sorry, Biwa.
Please don't worry. I know Skemori's heart, and I can handle myself.
At long last, my confinement is lifted, and I'm back in my own home.
I am truly sorry for all the hardships you've been forced to endure.
What I would have given to see Kiyomori's head bowed in such a way. Alas. Even if he fell to the lowest depths of hell, I'm sure he's clawing his way up. Mikono Himegimi has entered my palace. She's your little sister, though from a different mother. I'd heard she was an Itsukushima priestess. She's quite beautiful, but far too quiet for my taste. You, on the other hand, would have made a great conversation partner.
Then I will continue to visit you when I can. Unless there's an objection, I'll visit my half-sister too.
Oh, will you now? I'm sure that'll be a comfort to the poor woman. She's found herself in an unwanted marriage to an old man.
An unwanted fate is not necessarily a misfortune. I have seen many misfortunate souls who wanted to have too much. They were held captive by their insatiably large desires, never realizing what they truly gave up. I wish to be the flower that blooms out of the mud. As women grow, there's many mountains they must climb. And though it may sometimes seem impossible, just like the fragile lotus flower blooms in mud, even the dragon girl achieved her own true peace.
You may not see it, but the fact remains you have already been dragged down into an uninterrupted quagmire.
You've traveled such a long way through the snow. But Kyo and Hotoke Gozen are no longer with us.
I already knew.
For some time, we were all able to live here in peace and tranquility. You reminded me. There was a Shirabiyoshi that came to visit once who mentioned something worth noting. She described meeting a woman with a rather distinctive eye color. Sounded quite similar to yours. Apparently, she used to be a Shirabiyoshi.
You mustn't eat that, Your Majesty!
Let's give it back to Lord Atsumori. terribly sorry.
So then, Lady Tokuko, did Biwa ever come here to stay with you?
No. I would have liked to have seen her. However, cutting ties with our family may yet prove to be in her best interest.
I've never seen a cat. It's so cute.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I hope it nourishes you despite being so thin.
Where are you headed anyway?
To a province called Echigo.
Where is that?
Well, according to what I've been told, it's several mountains away from here.
Goodness.
But why must you travel so far?
My mom may be there. I hope so.
Please be careful, dear. There have been stories the fleeing Genji warriors may be lurking about. There was a battle near Tsunamatagawa, where forces of the Genji and the Heike were clashing.
We were beaten.
Show some backbone. This means next time we must win.
Can we, though?
Consider fellow Genji Lord Yoshinaka. He's been steadily gaining power in Kiso. As the clan head, you should not be outdone.
Yoshinaka! Hey!
So they defeated Yoritomo?
Yeah, but from what I've heard, the Heike didn't go after the ones who ran away. It could have been much worse.
Guess I'll fight those Heike dogs too. So what do you gotta say about that, Kanehira?
Well, I'd say it's no big surprise coming from you.
Yoritomo and Yoshinaka. It's finally time to let the world know the Genji have two generals.
That's just what I'd hoped you'd say. When your father and Yoritomo battled all those years ago, way back then, you were just a baby. I knew I had to gather you up and take you to safety here in Kiso. And to think we're now plotting the Heike's demise together.
I'll join you. I, Tomoe, pledge to lend my sword.
Pretty exciting turn of events, huh? Right, Yoshinaka?
I'll say.
Thanks to Shigehira and Koremori, Yoritomo was soundly defeated at Tsunomatagawa. However, Yoshinaka has conquered Shinano and is attempting to take Hokuriku next. You'll need to act quickly. Munemori, are you even listening?
Who, me?
Since father has passed away, you have many more responsibilities as the official head of the Heike.
I shall gather my troops and head to Hokuriku.
Shigehira, care to share your thoughts with us?
Although I agree the proper action must be taken, I say we wait and make an assessment.
Well, the governor of Echigo was supposed to kill Yoshinaka, but it would seem he died suddenly.
If you're looking for the governor of Echigo, I'm afraid you've missed your chance, as Lord Josukinaga recently passed away. When he rode off to battle Yoshinaka, a voice was heard, seemingly from the sky. Apprehend him who allies with the Heike, burners of the great Buddha, it said. Then suddenly he toppled from his horse. He was a very important man from what's known as the Echigo Heishi.
A woman lived with him, a former Shirabiyoshi, who from what I've heard is said to have an eye quite similar to mine.
Oh, I believe the one you're referring to would be Asagi. They say she had once lived in the capital.
Can I meet with her?
Unfortunately, after Lord Tsukinaga passed away, she then left Echigo. I believe that she was returning to the capital.
No way. After I traveled so far to get here.
Come on, everyone! Drink to your heart's content!
Koremori. The opposition's forces are growing. Echu, Kaga,
And Echizen sent men. All are flocking to Yoshinaka's side. Yet the head of our clan sits here in revelry. His main concern is getting drunk. If this keeps up, we're done for. Yoshinaka will storm the capital before Yoritomo can. We must do whatever we can to prevent that.
A winding stream party?
That's what Lord Munemori is calling the gathering. The premise of it is you have to compose a poem before the sake dish floats past you. So Lord Atsumori and I are trying it out beforehand.
It's fun. Still, though, while we play games, Lord Koremori is leading troops to battle against Kisono Yoshinaka.
It's like Brother has become a different person, a far cry from the boy who fled from birds. Word is he took Hiyuchi Castle in Echizen.
As for me, I wish I could have joined in the fight.
To be honest, I'd much prefer the winding stream party. There a problem?
It's quite the luxury. A choice Brother doesn't have as he's faced with a pivotal battle.
All I'm trying to say is that I'd rather have to rely on my brains over my brawn, you know?
Either way would be a losing situation for you.
What?
Stop, you two! Let's pray for Lord Koremori's victory.
We have 100,000. They have half that. And with Brother's newfound courage, there should be nothing to fear.
Hey, listen, Heikei, and listen closely! I am Kisono Yoshinaka of the Minamoto bloodline!
Is that so? You should listen closely to me! I am Koremori, eldest son of Taira no Shigemori!
I'll see you on the battlefield tomorrow, so wait for me!
I had heard that Yoshinaka was a rather unrefined man. It's surprising he extended that courtesy.
He may be the monkey of Kiso, but seems he's been trained to honor some sense of ceremony.
This monkey took Hokuriku. He's shrewd. Don't forget that. As soon as dawn breaks, we'll need to advance our forces. Yes, the terrain's unfamiliar. We're not accustomed to the mountains. Therefore, I think it would be best to engage the enemy on open, level ground.
Lord Koremori's assessment is exactly correct.
Well, then we should retire and rest up for tomorrow's battle.
It's the enemy! Prepare for battle! Now! Hurry! Make haste! Get ready!
Everything according to plan.
Such a brilliant strategy. 10,000 men on their flank.
Yeah, I knew those polite idiots who always played by the rules would never see this coming. Now we drive them down into the valley. Let's go!
北に一つを平気7万機でうずめたり感染血を流し死骸を顔なせり
70,000 soldiers fell into the valley? That's insane. What do we do now?
Now we prepare for Yoshinaka's march on the capital.
My God! That was hell!
Hurry! Yoshinaka is on his way! So move!
We're to leave the capital?
Take the Emperor with you, as well as the 3 sacred treasures, of course. All signs point to Enryakuji Temple siding with the Genji, which means that we will surely lack sufficient forces to oppose Yoshinaka. There are still a number of remaining Heikei allies in the west, so we best regroup and then face Yoshinaka. You agree?
Hear that, Emperor? It's time to get ready to go on an outing.
But where to?
First, we will go to Fukuhara. Perhaps you don't remember the time you spent there, but it's been your second home.
I refuse.
But why? Trips like these are so much fun. Well then, shall your mother and I travel there without you?
I will go. Prepare my carriage. We can only bring essentials with us. Skemori. I assume you were visiting Lady Iko?
I was. She unfortunately has chosen to remain here.
Has she now? It seems that many are leaving behind wives or children.
Although this city will soon be the Genji's capital.
Not true. The capital is wherever the Emperor resides. It's not bound to this place. Anywhere the Emperor and I can live in peace and tranquility will be enough.
Has he gone?
Yes, the Emperor was able to depart safely.
Was Emperor Goshirakawa traveling with them as well?
There's been no sign of him. It would appear that he snuck out of his estate last night.
Go to Fukuhara with the Heikei? Surely you'll grant me refuge here in Kurama.
I don't understand. We won't stand and fight?
Even if we could beat back Yoshinaka's invasion, then the monks on Mount Hiei would attack us. Most likely with Yoritomo right on their heels.
If we choose to all fight together, I know we can defeat the Genji.
Have you seen Koremori? We have to leave this place right now.
Father, you'll be coming back to fetch us soon, won't you?
We'll be waiting for you.
Here you are. You need to get moving. Now, go.
I'm sorry. It's because of my failure. If I hadn't lost so many warriors at Kurikata Pass, none of this would be happening. So I can never face the clan again. I have absolutely no right to flee the capital with them.
Brother, none of this is your fault. We are going to the west, where we'll raise a stronger army to fight back. We're not just leaving the capital for the enemy to take.
Kyotsune.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Light it up!
Did we truly need to burn it? We can't simply let the Genji have it, now can we? By the time they enter the capital, all they'll find is 50,000 piles of ash to claim. This is just terrible.
I never dreamed Lord Kiyomori's precious Fukuhara would become such a desolate ruin.
Don't get it off of me! Such disarray! What a shame! Well, I suppose 3 years of neglect have taken their toll. We can stay here for the night, and first thing tomorrow we'll sail off to Dazaifu.
Dazaifu, huh? That's so far away. It's surely far enough to escape Yoshinaka.
My lord, I imagine this will be your first time staying in a place like this, won't it?
Will there not be ghosts that scare us in the night?
If there are, I will make sure that they don't bother us. But I'll need you to be brave, Emperor.
Then let's stay.
That's the spirit.
Lord Kiyotsune!
Lord Atsumori.
I knew it. Surely I would find you here.
I remember we used to play on this beach.
Yes. Even Lord Shigehira joined us. Such good memories.
Feels like an eternity ago.
Lord Kiyotsune.
Before we left our home, Koremori was in such a state. He places the blame on himself. But this just can't be my brother's fault alone. Our once proud clan has been driven out like rats. We've been forced to stay in this desolate place. Why is all of this happening to us?
Lord Kiyotsune, please try to pull yourself together. The time has now come for us to join the fight.
We went from 100,000 troops to 7,000. We have no chance against the enemy. We'll be crushed.
I still choose to fight. It's in your blood. You should never forget that. Lord Kiyomori and his father were fighters. But tonight we can make music.
I'm sorry. I can't right now. Amongst this desolation, the sound of a flute would just be too sad.
So the place Father staked his dreams on is reduced to ash as well.
The Heikei still have allies in the west. So onward to Dazaifu!
To think we'd see white Genji banners inside the capital.
After it's been, what, 20 years?
Please give that back!
Hands off! That'll teach you a lesson. Get back inside.
Let me go!
Let go!
You'd better run. My biwa and my cat. Don't worry.
Stop!
Hey, forget about them.
much for the meal. And of course, thanks for saving my life. Who are you?
We're Shidabiyoshi. My name's Shizuka.
Tsuki.
Akari!
I'm Biwa.
Does that mean you can play the biwa?
Play it.
Oh, please play it. Please. It's so hot, but the water's nice. Jump in and join us, Biwa. Biwa. So, if you got nowhere else to go, you might as well come along with us.
Where?
I don't know, just all over the place. Wherever the people want to show, then that is where we all shall go.
I've been traveling for a while now. The capital seems dangerous these days.
Everyone's saying things are worse with Kiso no Yoshinaka in charge than they ever were with the Heikei. The color of your eye. It's strange, but I've seen somebody else with one just like it.
Where was she?
In Tongo. I met her the last time I was out that way. Supposedly, she used to be a Shidabiyoshi too.
Kiso no Yoshinaka's soldiers ransack people's homes at random and will violate any woman they can get their hands on.
Since everybody put their lives on the line to get here, I say you need a hefty reward, huh? What do you think, old friend?
Who, me? I'd say so. I gave him that title and he uses it like a shield. He needs to defeat the Heikei as soon as humanly possible. But they took the young emperor and the sacred treasures with them when they had to flee.
Temporary though it may be, this is not a place fit to be an imperial residence.
Please try and make do for now, Mother. Dazaifu's plain, but still quite an important office of Kyushu.
I've heard rumors that Go Shirakawa has had a new emperor accede to the throne.
They say he's a child of the late Emperor Takakura and Lady Shokuko. Apparently he's called Emperor Go-Toba.
Can there truly be two emperors?
No. There's rightfully only one.
Brother, Lord Ogata,
He's received a decree to pursue the Heikei.
What? He won't come and attack us at Dazaifu, will he? Look, Lord Ogata once served under Shigemori. I say we send Shigemori as a messenger. Kurimori has not been himself since that major loss at Kurihara to Yoshinaka.
Lord Shigemori, you've grown into quite a great man. Lord Ogata, niceties aside, I've been told you're gathering troops for the purpose of attacking the Heikei. I've been ordered to do so by Emperor Go Shirakawa. I recall that you'd served my late father, did you not? My lord, please believe me. I truly have no desire to take up arms against the Heikei. So I implore you, please, take your family and leave Dazaifu.
He really said that we need to get out of Dazaifu? Why?
Though he claims to wish he could refuse, he can't go against the palace.
I can't believe it. First we left the capital, then we're driven out of Fukuhara, and now we're being forced to flee Dazaifu too?
Well, if we don't, he has no choice but to attack.
But why?
We won't show our backs to the enemy. We must stand and fight.
Kyotsune, why are you staring into the darkness? You have to get yourself ready for battle.
I can't believe a man that once served our father with honor would one day come to attack us.
That's just the way things work in this world. You either swim with the big fish or you get eaten.
Tell me why! Why doesn't anyone care about loyalty or honor? About keeping your word? Do those things... do they mean nothing to everyone?
Do you really think the Heikei value those things? Stop pouting. Just get ready.
You're saying they just fled without putting up any kind of fight?
They attacked Lord Ogata's estate, but it seems they realized they stood no chance. The Heike are said to be heading on foot to the harbor at Hakozaki.
Oh, Lady Tokuko, are you all right?
Yes, thank you. I just lost my footing there. Please, worry about yourselves right now.
Lady Tokuko, we'll make it to Hakozaki in one piece.
Mother, you're soaking wet from the rain. Where are we going anyway? Can't we wait for it to pass?
We're traveling to our new home where you can live in peace. Now, bear with me, and we'll get there as quickly as we can.
Lord Kyotsune, are you tired? If you pick yourself up, I'd be happy to walk alongside you.
Keep walking?
Yes.
For how long? How far? Everyone has turned against us. They're siding with the Genji. We're the small fish. Caught in a net, swimming to nowhere but death.
Lord Kyotsune, please. Things are tough, but take heart. Remember the pledge that we made. You and I would step up and fight when the time came. We'd go and face our enemies heroically. Nevertheless, my lord, for now, let us seek shelter from the rain. I can play a song to soothe your...
I'm sorry.
I really love the sea. You won't find all of this at the capital.
There are lots of other things there.
See? We're right in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You don't seem to like it here.
The sea reminds me of the Heike, and from what I've been able to gather, they've gone adrift.
That seems to be the case. And after all that boasting about their influence...
We've been walking forever through the mud, and we're finally at Hakozaki's harbor. But the enemy seems to pop up every time we try to land. We're going to have to spend another night out on the boats.
Just like fish in a net. How Kyotsune put it, describing our situation.
Are you trying to say that you don't want to be on the boat anymore, or what?
I worry for Lord Kyotsune. He's so different from the boy I once knew. Do you hear that flute? It's Lord Kyotsune.
Biwa?
At last he's in the mood to play. I'll join in. Lord Kyotsune! Lord Kyotsune!
We must save him! Quickly!
Biwa! No. Not again. First Shigemori, then Kiyomori. And then can't do anything to help. I can't stop it. Poor Kyotsune is gone. Oh, I wish I could do more than see. I wish I could change it.
You were crying all night, huh? It's understandable. And you're finally seeing her. Come on, you know it's not nice to laugh at her like that. Mama!
You're exactly as I saw. I could see you in my mind's eye for all this time. My Asagi.
Asagi, huh?
That's your name.
How come Paul never called me that?
Simple. Because it's the color of your eye. The eye which he greatly feared. And now I am known by that name.
And that's what the monk called you.
I've longed for you.
If you could see me this whole time, why didn't you come looking for me?
I abandoned you and your father, and ran off to live with the Lord of the Heike in Echigo. I'm sorry.
Now I know. I should have never come here.
Please forgive me. No, you don't have to do that. Thank you. No, I've done nothing for you. You found me, my Asagi.
It's Biwa. That's what I go by. My name's Biwa.
Biwa. I couldn't do anything to help you. My only hope was to pray.
To pray?
For you and your pa. Please may he find peace. Please may he rest quietly. Please. Please.
May he find peace. May he rest quietly. Even if I can't do anything, I can pray.
I'm bored. You're leaving?
I have to witness the Heike's fate for myself, to see it through to the end. I will do that, and put my prayers and energy into my Biwa. I can't really do anything more than that. Goodbye, Mom. Thank you. I'll be praying too, like you did for Pa, for your peace. I'll pray you'll find it here. Please, Ma, be well. I will always pray.
Despite being adrift at sea, the Heike defeated Lord Kiso no Yoshinaka's army at Mizushima.
Is that so?
There are tales of their commander Tomomori's actions and acumen in this battle. Apparently, he ordered his men to place planks between their boats, and is said to have fought as ferociously as if he ruled the ocean.
And any news of Lord Yoshinaka?
From what I've heard, Emperor Go Shirakawa ordered him to attack the Heike. However,
before we go further, I want you to make me the shogun.
Insanity.
Naturally, this infuriated Emperor Go Shirakawa, so he sought help from warrior monks to attack Yoshinaka. But
in case you've forgotten who ran the Heike out of the capital, it was me!
Lord Yoshinaka burned the palace and confined both him and young Emperor Gotoba. Thus, Emperor Go Shirakawa now seeks your assistance.
Goodness.
What's more, it seems that Yoshinaka intends to make himself head of the Genji by defeating you, my lord.
What to do? Should I attack him first?
Yes, what else would you do?
But who should...
I suggest you appoint your younger brother Noriyori as commander. And send Lord Yoshitsune as well.
You're really going west? Yeah. Did Did you hear about Yoshinaka?
Damn it! Yeah, come on! Gotta hit her!
He was killed by the Kamakura Ginji, who supposedly are headed west too. All signs point to them launching an attack on the Heikei. I have to go now. Thank you for everything. Please take care of yourself. I think we'll be in the capital for a while longer. Hopefully the Kamakura Ginji will treat the people nicely for a change.
Who is the Heikei's commander?
My sources tell me that will be Taira no Sukemori, but it seems he's already fled. The remaining soldiers are holed up at Ichinotani. It's time to show what you're made of! Hey! Hey! Fire! Fire!
The Heikei are fighting in 3 groups, under Tomomori, Yukimori, and Tadanori.
Let's use this vantage to launch an attack.
Lord Yoshitsune, the wild deer may use this pass, but I am afraid that...
Well, if a deer can navigate it, then why not a horse?
Exactly!
You will recover. We should hold here for now.
Brother! The back line has already been decimated.
What? No.
Yoshitsune's men came down the treacherous path from Hyodori-gore and attacked from behind.
Then the rest will converge upon us soon. Let's head to the beach and board our boats before it's too late. Let's get out of here! Hurry, before the boats leave!
Remember the pledge that we made? You and I would step up and fight when the time came. We'd go and face our enemies heroically. To show our backs to the enemy.
Lord Atsumori?
I'll catch up with you.
You riding through the sea! I take it you're a renowned leader of the Heikei! Hard to believe a man like you would show your back to the enemy!
Take my head already! Huh? That should guarantee you some degree of notoriety. Heroically. Admirably. That's how I swore I'd live as a warrior. And how I'd die.
see that the story lives on. Do you remember this place? I found you here in Fukuhara. Korimori.
Lord Korimori's head was not paraded with the others. Seems he wasn't present at Ichinotani. From what I could gather, it was due to illness.
So then...
He is in Yashima.
Is this Yashima place far from the capital?
He said that father has an illness. Is he going to recover?
I wish that he would come back here to fetch us soon.
It seems a letter has arrived from Shigehira.
I had heard that he'd been captured while trying to escape from Ichinotani. Is he truly still alive?
Yes, he is. But he was captured and paraded through the city.
It can't be.
So what does the letter say?
He asks us to return the sacred treasures. Apparently, that is Emperor Goshirakawa's wish.
Pretty, aren't they?
Munimori, if we send the treasures to the capital, will Shigehira be returned?
It's unclear, Mother. And although one would certainly hope that would be the agreement...
Even if we return the treasures, there's no guarantee Shigehira would be released.
But we still have to try.
Mother, I think we should stay here, where we can protect Emperor Antoku. After all, the capital is wherever the Emperor resides.
They won't be returning the sacred treasures.
That's so. And Lord Shigehira sent to Kamakura to meet his fate. I see. As things stand, the war will not cease. Yoshitsune will lead more Genji attacks. Terrifying. You still haven't changed. Since we were kids, you've always been such a scaredy cat, no matter what we...
I know. It's our downfall. Plummeting to the depths of hell. It is all over. There's no hope left for the Heike. When Kiyotsune jumped, I know exactly how lost he felt.
I still have hope, and I'll figure a way out. But I will need you to make a plan as well.
I present Lord Taira no Shigehira.
This is the man who burned Nara?
We set fires to see in the dark of night, but an ill wind fanned the flames out of control. I was in command at the time, however, so that sin belongs solely to me. I take full responsibility. Capture and dishonor is simply my karmic retribution. I have reaped all that I've sown.
Oh.
It's what I deserve for my violent ways and my destruction and my thoughtlessly selfish behavior in battle. This suffering has given me enlightenment.
What concerns you so?
It's the tree peony.
By that you mean Lord Shigehira? Indeed, I had heard him likened to the tree peony before. I suppose I can see how that's a fitting name. Do you hope to spare his life? You shouldn't forget that you are still among us because of Lord Kiyomori and his decision to spare yours. If your ultimate goal is to truly bring an end to the Heike, and you choose to let him live, or any other member of the Taira clan for that matter.
You fear one will rise to end the Genji?
Pity might move many to serve such a genteel flower, one that was raised and blossomed in the capital.
Lord Korimori has vanished? You don't think he's decided to flee just to save his own skin, do you?
Write to him.
Write to whom, exactly?
To Emperor Go Shirakawa, of course. Lady Tokuko, please. I know you've long been on good terms with His Majesty.
I see. What will I say?
Just try to persuade him to spare us. You can get him to issue a new decree that the Genji don't need to attack the Heikei. I beg you.
I am afraid he is the same as my father. He's not the type of man that would easily forgive those who threatened him.
If this brings about the end of the Heikei, what?
I'll protect him. Whatever's to happen. I swear on my life to protect the Emperor.
Never in my wildest dreams did I expect to see you here, Lord Korimori. So tell me, why did you decide to leave Yashima?
To become a monk.
You've renounced your attachments to the world?
I considered seeing my wife and children one last time. But if I enter the capital, I'll be taken prisoner.
And what after you've taken your vows?
Truthfully, I no longer see any merit to living. I want to put an end to it. The running. All the fear. The fighting. I realize this is a shameful thing. The coward's way out.
There's no shame. I too came here in order to escape. I was running from the pain of separation because I could not be with the woman that I so desperately yearned for. Some may find that trivial, as I was in no immediate danger. Although there are those who can endure that kind of suffering, it may be completely unbearable to others. You've had many hardships before you, Lord Korimori. Your suffering must be profound.
Korimori!
Biwa! Biwa! You're all right! You saw this. You knew it would happen.
Yes, that's true. I know I can't change what's about to come. But maybe, if you took another name, you could live in peace.
I have to go. Your eyes remind me of my father's. Clear and bright.
Korimori, I promise I'll make your story known.
My story? There's not much to tell. All I did was run.
I know that there's much more to you than you'd ever realize. I want to share it.
Is that so? Perhaps there was merit to my life.
Shigemori. You were afraid to the very end.
We're really dancing for Emperor Go Shirakawa?
That's right. Ooh, maybe a handsome noble will fall madly in love with one of us.
Yeah. Well, don't let your daydreaming distract you too much from the performance.
Yeah.
Your Majesty, Lord Yoshitsune has arrived.
That damn Shigemori, asking for compassion and begging for his life. Use this for kindling.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Hello, Lord Yoshitsune.
Your Majesty, honored to join the Cherry Blossom Banquet. I'm truly grateful for this invitation.
How are things in the capital?
Relatively peaceful, thankfully. The mild spring soothes the people's spirits.
Ooh. I am quite happy that I entrusted the capital to you. You don't deploy those wretched little Kaburo like the Heike were wont to. Nor do you commit random acts of violence like Yoshinaka.
Thank you. But I am merely protecting the city in which you and Emperor Gotoba reside, as is my duty.
Well, today your only duty is to enjoy yourself.
Lord Shigemori, is there anything you require?
I was hoping something would come from the capital.
And that would be?
A note from Emperor Go Shirakawa?
Afraid not, my lord.
Any others?
What do you mean?
Obviously, I mean any other letters. You're not very attentive, are you? That must be the reason why you didn't stop Koremori from jumping into the ocean. You merely sauntered back here, in sharp contrast to all the other monks who immediately... Never mind. Now, leave.
I'm terribly sorry, my lord.
Listen to my plea. Was I born for years of fun? Was I always meant to just frolic in the sun? When I hear all the children playing down below,
my heart beats to and fro, and I know I wish to go.
Biwa, why are you here?
Lady Iko had me bring you this from the capital. Apparently, she's been extremely worried about you.
Well, don't just stand there. You did your job, so go. Wait a moment. I suppose I need to send a reply.
I'm not going back. I'm staying right here.
Really? You understand the situation, right? What are you doing?
I decided to see it for myself. To be a witness to your future. The Heike's future.
You mean witness the fall of our clan firsthand? To see us all suffer for our hubris, right?
So I can tell the tale.
Well, I'm sure I don't even have a place in that story.
You do. You, Shigemori, Koremori, Kiyotsune, and Atsumori. You're all part of it. You did make quite a first impression. Especially during the incident with the Regent.
Are you talking about what happened with Lord Motofusa? I was just a dumb kid back then.
Listen, I knew all of you well. I even lived with you. So then, I would just tell what I saw and what I heard. You can just call him Neko.
Neko!
Emperor! Biwa, I'm glad.
So I met my ma.
Oh, you did? That's wonderful.
She never stopped worrying about me for this entire time. And that's just what a mother does. They're supposed to worry.
Wait! I want you to be my pet!
I'm afraid that won't happen. A local fisherman will take Neko.
The Genji army has begun to head to the west, apparently with Lord Noriori leading the march.
It seems he's at a loss about how to proceed, so Lord Noriori has retreated to Aki province.
My, the Heike are rather stubborn, yes?
Tomomori of the Taira has proven himself to be a very capable commander.
Should I send Yoshitsune? What do you think?
Shizuka, aren't you hungry?
She's too worried about Lord Yoshitsune to eat. It must be pretty nice to have the affections of the Genji commander.
It'll all be fine. Lord Yoshitsune has a reputation for his skills in battle.
We're under attack from the Genji!
They crossed the sea on the night of a storm?
Look at all the flying stars, Mother!
Yes, I see.
Fire!
At last, Lord Yoshitsune has driven the Heike from Yashima toward the sea.
This pleases me greatly.
Reports say that the Heike continued out to sea, but Yoshitsune's warriors...
Are there truly only 70 riders?
Hearing this, the Heike turned back. However, Yoshitsune drove them out to sea once again. In a moment of desperation, the Heike leader challenged the Genji to shoot a fan. A man known as Nasuno Yoichi stepped up. He fired an arrow straight into the target. Seizing the momentum, Lord Yoshitsune was then able to subdue the Heike's fragmented forces.
Now their only option is to finally return the three sacred treasures to us. I shall send a letter making that demand.
Sorry, my lord.
Eliminate the flowers, the buds, even the seeds.
The Genji aim to choke the life out of the Heike and bring an end to the clan. They've already sailed for Danora.
This will be the final battle! Don't you even dare let your spirits falter! Value not your lives! Value your legacy! The waves are ferocious! Put your backs into those oars and keep us on track!
The wind is also quite fierce. We have 3,000! They have 1,000! We Genji have fortune on our side!
They may have the numbers, but we Heike excel at combat at sea! Show them what we can do! Fire!
a deceptively adorable bird. One that impales its prey on sharp branches. I imagine right now, Yoshitsune is leading the Genji warriors to inflict the same fate upon the Heike.
The skies are remarkably clear. Must be some kind of omen. Perhaps the sacred treasures will soon return to the capital.
Board their boats! Let us follow Lord Tomomori's lead! Push hard when I say! No! I'm gonna fall! Ready? Push! Don't falter, men! And roll like mad! Force them into the whirlpool! We've turned the tide on those damn Genji! Attack! Attack!
How do things look?
It seems that we have the advantage.
Good. Now hand me a bow.
Mother, please. I would very much like to see the battle myself.
It's too dangerous.
But Mother, I am still the Emperor.
I imagine you can see it if you promise you won't cry if an arrow strikes you. That kind of pain is no fun.
That's the way! Keep going till we crush the Genji! Push with me!
Lord Yoshitsune! Between this and the current, our boats can't advance! Retreat may be our best option!
We still have them greatly outnumbered. The Heike forces will surely tire before long. Ride it out, my lord.
Something's changed.
What now?
Seriously? Dolphins?
Lord Munemori! Well, according to what the Onmyoji says, if those dolphins swim to the Genji side, the Genji shall fall. But if they continue over to our side, then...
This makes me feel so nostalgic.
Our banners. The winds have shifted. Stay back! Go away! Don't come near us!
It suits you. I love this hairstyle.
Even the wind is on our side! I want you to shoot at their oarsmen. Shoot their oarsmen now! Shoot the enemy oarsmen now!
We're being swept away! The current has shifted! We can capsize them! Lord Tomomori!
Lord Yoshitsune! There are boats approaching!
Lord Yoshitsune! We're here to lend our strength to the Genji!
We have the momentum now! Let's give it all we've got!
This is terrifying! I need to get to Mother's boat!
Lord Munemori!
Munemori, what's happening over there?
The battle's still undecided.
Brother, what becomes of the Emperor if we lose?
The Emperor would most likely be taken to the capital to conduct a formal abdication. The title would then belong to young Gotoba.
So his life will be spared.
That may be true, but all our efforts, our indignities, all we've done to protect him and the sacred treasures would be rendered meaningless.
What are you saying?
To hand either over at this time. What would be the point of everything we've been forced to suffer through? We would have sacrificed for nothing.
The battle has not been decided yet, Mother.
Surviving is a hollow existence. What awaits is a life far worse than this one's become. It must be done.
Mother, no!
How poorly do you think the Emperor will be treated once they have robbed him of his position? And what of you? After they capture you, I'd expect you to be forcibly married to some worthless Genji. Do you still claim you can protect the Emperor?
Lord Yoshitsune, the Emperor is not on a Chinese ship. We were able to get that much information from a soldier who switched sides from the Heikei.
Is that so? Listen well! The Emperor is on a small boat! Attack all of those you can see!
You hear that, Lord Tomomori? They know the Emperor's on a small boat!
Death to those who betrayed us!
Lord Tomomori.
There's no coming back from this. Head for Tokuko's boat at once.
Lord Tomomori!
Oh, it's you. I'm so happy you're safe.
Glad to see you as well. You're still alive.
What of the battle?
You ladies will soon be witness to creatures you've never seen before. Men from the East.
What's all this noise?
I refuse to be taken by those Genji brutes.
Huh?
Take my hand and come with me, Emperor.
Where are we going at a time like this?
To a beautiful place. One that is known as the Pure Land Paradise.
Mother.
Bring forth the treasures.
Just a moment, Mother. I can buy you a little more time. There it is! That's the boat!
涙に溺る小さく美しき手を合わせまず東を不死拝むその後西に向かわせ構えて本念仏は石川二度のやがて焼きたて祭り波の下にも都の三郎ぞと慰めたて祭る悲しきかな無情の春の風たちまちに花の姿を散らし情けなきかな軍団の荒き波玉体を沈めたて祭る
Not yet. Your story isn't over.
The Empress Dowager!
What happened? His Majesty's mother just fell in! Hurry! Pull her up! I have Her Majesty!
No! Stay away! Don't touch me!
No! Listen! It's not time! Your life needs to go on! You have to live!
Please! Let me go with them!
With this eye, I see the future! And you live on! For everyone's sake! Because they can't! And this eye, this is the one I got from Shigemori! I see them, Tokuko. All of them. I see the Emperor. His tiny hands are pressed together in prayer.
The Emperor? He's gone. I understand. That's it. I've seen all that I need to see. What's this? All of you who still hold the Heike name dear, follow me this one last time!
Namo Amidapo.
were once the wife of an emperor. For you to live in such a meager dwelling, do you not feel disgraced or constricted by it all?
Honestly, I did feel that way at a certain point. However, this is a welcome stop on my long journey to the afterlife. I've made peace with where I am for now. I was born into the privilege as Kiyomori's daughter, became the Emperor's wife, bore His Majesty's child, enjoyed the endless beauty of the passing seasons, never knowing the misery of hunger nor cold. To find myself in such glory and prosperity by fate's hand, it often felt as if I were in heaven on earth. I fled the capital. My clan spent our last days together besieged in battle, surrounded by water we could not drink. I was reminded that all things must pass. Before my very eyes I stood and witnessed the death of my child. I have endured all forms of suffering. Through the pain I have been granted a certain kind of wisdom. I understand so much more than I could have ever imagined.
Truly, all I wanted was the sacred treasures, not the lives of your whole clan.
Your Majesty, they say at the bottom of the sea sits the Dragon Palace Castle. Through the years, I've often dreamt of its splendor. My lady, I hope this is to your liking.
Oh, that's quite tasty.
I'm so happy that you enjoy it.
Oh. Tell me, how does one overcome such profound suffering?
You pray. There are thoughts and feelings that have been sewn into the fabric of who I am. When those begin to come loose, I press my hands together and pray. I think of the people I love and pray for their peace and happiness in the next world. That small act is all that I can do. The person who shared that with me is also praying for the Heike we've lost, traveling far and wide to tell our story. And through those tales, our clan will live on. That story begins like this.
The bells at Buddha's temple ring out.
The bells at Buddha's temple ring out.
The bells at Buddha's temple ring out. The bells at Buddha's temple ring out into the air.
The bells at Buddha's temple ring out.
The bells at Buddha's temple ring out into the air. Echoes remind us all things must pass. Flowers of the salt tree grieve and lose color. In truth, what prospers must fall, all that blooms dies. Indulgence does not last. It shall be as ephemeral as a summer night's dream.
The dauntless shall meet their end. They shall be scattered as mere dust